Oh yes, all my parcels have arrived from that certain internet marketplace. Hang on a minute, what's this? It's only star of stage and screen, Dino Watton.
Felt bigger on the inside.
Hello, and welcome back to Raxacoricofella. I'm Steve, and I'm here to talk about everything Doctor Who. This week, we will of course be continuing with the Dalek Collect and Build subscription from Hatchet Partworks. I know you're all very eager to see how that's coming along, and we will get to that in just a little bit. First of all, this week, I would like to share with you an interview with a very good friend of mine. He is an actor and, of course, a Whovian, Mr. Dino Watton, who some of you may recognise from TV shows such as Call the Midwife, Little Britain, Game of Thrones, and films such as Star Wars and Harry Potter, although he is quite heavily made up in both of those two. So, without any further ado, let's get stuck in. I hope you enjoy.
Welcome along to Raxacoricofella. I'm here with star of stage and screen, Mr. Dino Watton. Welcome along.
Thank you.
Dean, it's good to have you on here.
Thank you for inviting me.
It's a pleasure. We've got some exciting stuff on the way. Dean has very nicely had some eBay purchases sent over to my house, and we'll be unboxing those, so that's very exciting.
Very exciting.
You're the person responsible for this,
I am, mate.
in reality,
I am.
aren't you?
You know, one small gesture turns into a future.
Yeah, so I was quite happy just watching the TV show, learning the history, maybe buying the odd book, you know. And Dean, one Christmas, was it? Or birthday?
I was in Manchester doing pantomime.
Yeah, it must have been Christmas then.
It was Christmas,
Yeah.
and I walked past in Manchester. I saw Forbidden Planet, and obviously I went in there, and I thought of you.
It's very good.
And instantly I saw the War Doctor. So I thought, where is he?
Just
there
there.
he is, just there, next to the best Doctor
Just there.
ever, to Paul McGann. But,
Yeah. Get to that later.
personally. But, once I saw him, I thought, I'd give him it. And I even said to you,
Yeah.
keep it in the box.
Yeah.
But what did you do in front of me?
In front of you, I really enjoyed that.
Yeah,
That was good
you
fun.
literally demolished it
Yeah.
in front of me. I mean,
Um,
I almost shed a tear.
Yeah, I mean, as you can probably tell, I'm not the sort of person that keeps figures boxed up. I personally don't see the point in it. I know lots of people do, like, enjoy keeping them in the box, and that's entirely personal choice. But I thoroughly enjoyed unboxing that right in front of you.
Yeah.
It has to be said.
I mean,
It was
I've
good
been
fun.
a collector for a long time and collect them in the
Yeah.
box, kept them in the boxes.
Did that
and
hurt a little bit?
More than hurt. It made me want to buy you another one, really.
Yeah.
Just to keep
Just
it
so I could
going.
have one in the box and one out of the
I
box.
was even tempted to keep the box, but
Yeah.
you demolished that in front of me, so what was the
Yeah.
point? But it was great to actually hold the War Doctor in the hand.
Yeah.
First Doctor Who figure I actually touched in my life, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, as I say, it was the first one I ever had. And that obviously means that I've then got to go and buy all the Doctors. So thanks for that.
Once you pop, you can't
And then,
stop.
once you've got the Doctors, you might as well get some companions, because that looks pretty cool. And then, the odd TARDIS pops up, and then a friend's son is selling all his entire collection, and you buy them all off her.
And then new ones come out, and then
Yeah, and
it
then,
just begins.
And then you find your bargain at a car boot or an antique shop, or just here and there, and then you might pop to eBay or any other internet marketplace.
Endless.
Yeah.
Endless.
And then you end up with a collection like this. Thank you very much for starting this obsession.
Alright, thank you for breaking the box.
An absolute pleasure. So, on that note, shall we get to some of your purchases?
Can't wait. Can't wait.
Can we open one
I've
up?
been waiting.
We've got a pile
It's over.
literally
Is it
sat
a month
here
now
in
I've
front
been
of us. Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I get that feeling now. Once you go, you can't stop. But
Well, this is it. You've always said that you'll stop when you've got all
I'm
the
going
doctors?
to stop when I've got all the doctors and a certain amount of Daleks and
No
you know.
chance.
I mean,
No
I've looked at the
chance.
odd companion, but
No chance.
it's just it's a rabbit hole, man. It really is.
Yeah. So, let's get to it.
Do it.
Which one do you want?
I'm going to go for.
I've got no idea.
I'm going to treat this like Christmas.
Which one is in each box.
We have no idea what comes in what. I'm going to treat this like Christmas, so we'll leave the big present till last.
I've got some scissors just in case. But I have sort of pre-opened them just so that we're not here forever.
You got a sneaky look?
No. I don't know which one's which.
I'm going for that one.
Big one.
I have no idea what's in this.
Open it up.
It feels like.
That's the only way to find out.
Wait, patience. I've been waiting
Hold
a month.
Thrilling entertainment. I'm glad you all tuned in.
Oh, wait. What the hell?
What are we talking?
I'm talking.
Doctor.
Oh, I got the fourth Doctor.
Doctor.
I finally got him.
Fourth Doctor.
My fourth
There
Doctor
we go.
at last.
Nice.
Look at the
With the
scarves,
scarf.
man. They feel amazing.
Scarf and hat.
Hat,
Full
his
caboodle.
smile.
Short red coat. So, do you know which era, which few episodes that was?
This one, I believe, has seen him dressed
I
like
don't-
this in Genesis. I believe so. He was wearing the coat. And
No, I think it was a grey coat in
was
Genesis.
it the grey coat?
I believe, I'm not an expert, so do correct me if I'm wrong. I believe this one is from Robot.
From Robot.
Yeah.
But Ian,
Isn't it?
that's Robot up there.
Robot there, yeah.
Even his hat is really soft. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's one of my favourites.
So, I'm really proud of that. I can't
Oh,
wait for
that's-
that to go to my collection.
It's cool. You've
Amazing.
got to test it
I'm
out.
really happy about that because now I have, well, almost have all the early Doctors. Well, hopefully.
We'll see.
Hopefully. Here
We'll
we
see.
go.
We'll see
Well-
who. So, who have you already got at home then?
I have William Hartnell. I have now, as in the older generation, William Hartnell. I now have Tom Baker. That's it so far.
Is it?
That's it so far.
You've got David Tennant then.
Oh, I thought you meant as. Oh, as all as what I've got. Oh, right.
Yeah,
Basically,
Classic and new. Doctor Who is Doctor Who.
I have.
I don't tend to classify
Well,
the
if
two.
we're gonna do, let's just fast forward it quickly. I have the first Doctor. I have the fifth Doctor, sixth Doctor, eighth Doctor, ninth Doctor, 10th Doctor.
Yeah.
If we get technical here, 12th, 11th, whatever. I'll go for 11th Doctor.
Let's not get mixed up in the numbering system
Yeah.
too much.
Well,
we'll be here forever.
let's just say
discussing that one.
I am missing Patrick Troutman,
Patrick Troughton,
John Pertwee,
John Pertwee,
War Doctor,
War Doctor, which is ironic.
Matt Smith. That's
Matt
very
Smith,
ironic. Since
yeah.
it started off. Matt Smith
Yeah.
and the Fugitive Doctor.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Joe
and
Martin. He's on the way.
I'm almost there.
Well, almost caught up with me.
I'm nearly complete before you completed it. Well, in my standard.
I'm not sure I'll ever be complete.
No, because I'll just buy more.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's always variance, isn't there? This is the problem. So, with the figures, what I intended to do was have one Doctor of each number. Just have the Doctors, as Dean was saying earlier on. You start with the Doctors, it moves to the companions, and then you need an enemy or two, and then you need a TARDIS or two, and before you know it, you've got more than one TARDIS, and each TARDIS needs a Doctor, and each Doctor needs a TARDIS,
Most
and you end
definitely,
up
yeah.
with a vast collection. But yeah, good stuff.
Awesome.
Should we open another one?
Yes, we shall.
Crack
Right.
on with the next envelope.
Do you want to place that beauty
I'm
over
gonna put
there?
them over here.
Let's go for this one.
So, do you, like me, stick
Never
to...
liked you.
No. Do you stick to the character options 5.5 inch figure range like I do then?
Oh, are we referring to that 3-inch versions we started?
Yeah, the 3.75 inch.
Well, they
version.
can go walk away as far as I'm concerned
No.
in United terms.
For me, it's the detail. Like, I mean, I know these.
Well,
I
they
know
didn't
some
really have
of
great
these.
detail.
I know some of these aren't
The
perfect.
Thunderbird figures look better than that.
But I know some of these aren't perfect. But a lot of them are really good. And with the 3.75, I just didn't find that at all.
Yeah.
They seemed flimsier. They seemed a little bit less detailed. And yeah, for me, these are just
They were
the ideal range for me. These are just the right height, and they're not too big. They don't
No.
get too much in the way.
It's what figurine size should be.
Yeah, for me.
And with the 3 inches ones, it just like you look really almost expendable.
Yeah.
You just don't need them, and you won't really miss them. Hence the lack of detail.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I don't know about you, but in my head, the figures we had as kids were about this big.
yeah,
Like the Ghostbusters, the Turtles.
Ghostbusters. I mean,
the
Thundercats
classic-
were massive, but yeah.
Yeah, the Thundercats were pretty big, actually.
Yeah, but in general,
Bit of the
it's
classic
always
80s
been
era.
5 inch, hasn't it? Really?
Yeah, for me, I mean, I could be wrong, but that's how it is in my head. So you tend to stick to the same
Always.
range as
I have
this.
no reason to question it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I think it's the best range.
It's suitable.
And it's so vast as well, as you can see.
Yeah.
Like it goes from classic villains like the Mavellan, obviously the Zygons. They've been in the new and the classic era. You've got a whole range of companions at the back, again ranging right from the classic era through to the new era. So for me, the range is just brilliant, and that's one of the many reasons I love it.
They've designed them correctly.
Yeah.
They really have.
And I know.
Not too big, not too small.
Yeah.
Just the right size, and
Yeah.
you know.
And I know Al at Character Options is a big fan, and there's a lot of love and care goes into this range.
Yeah. Yeah.
Despite various budget constraints, he does. I think he does a great job over at Character Options, and long may it continue.
Doing it for the fans. Doing it for the fans.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. It's the fans that keep the show going, and it's fans like Al and Russell as well that keep us there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. They keep us going.
long may they carry on. Good job, Al. Let's crack on. Next
Can I open
one.
this one?
Yeah, do it.
Here we go. Yes! Oh! No, I am happy. I am happy. Right, this one.
I don't think even have I got that one. I don't think I've got that one.
I've
No.
got that one. This
No.
one I've been waiting for a long time. He's beautiful.
Yeah,
I've always wanted my Wurzel Gummidge figure.
it's a splendid jacket.
It is.
has to be said.
So we've got the third Doctor here.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you which story this is from. I can't remember. There's so many John Pertwee jackets out there that I honestly can't. I can't put my thumb on any of the episodes. I lose track. The likeness on the John Pertwee is really good in all the figures, I have to say.
He's fantastic. He's come in great
Excellent.
condition. The articulation's great.
Just pop him on.
Does he stand? Yes, he does. If he doesn't, I make him. But I've been waiting for that for a long time. I'm nearly complete.
Yeah.
But let's not just jump the gun. But lovely.
More to come.
Lovely. Not a mark on him. Thank you to whoever sent me this, but fantastic. He looks fresh.
You'll be on your
Why am I
animations
putting
in
that?
no time.
It's just, sometimes the littlest things go a long way.
It's good. It does feel like Christmas.
It
as
does.
you said.
It is Christmas.
Yeah, it does feel like Christmas.
Right, can we open another one? Because
I think so, yeah.
I
let's
can't wait
crack
to
on.
line them all up and stuff.
Crack on.
It's just,
Yeah.
I know what it is. I think I know what it is.
You know what it is already.
I know what that is. Oh, he looks great. He looks great. And which master is this, Steve?
Mr. Roger Delgado. Excellent.
Look at the shine on him, man.
He's my favourite master.
The master.
Well, he is the master, isn't he? The original actor to play the master, Mr. Roger Delgado, tragically lost in a car accident before his time. It's very sad.
And when was his debut?
1970 something.
Yeah.
Um,
Along with this doctor.
yeah.
That's
with
when
the
they
third
first
Doctor.
turned up together.
Yeah, and they obviously originally thought of as the Moriarty to the Doctor's Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
That was the original premise of the Master, which worked really well. Delgado was, a very famous stage and screen actor at the time, so it worked really well and brought real
Shakespearean
presence.
trained.
Yeah, and the chemistry, I feel, between John Pertwee and Roger Delgado was just fantastic, and that's why it worked so well.
You even got
for
a
sure.
grey tint in the hair. Like
Yeah.
slight grey in the hair. I don't know if you
Yeah,
can
it's
see.
good.
You can see that.
Yeah.
But, fantastic. Oh, let's get it in focus. There you go.
Excellent. I love it.
He looks so menacing.
Yeah,
He
was
really
one of my-
does.
One of my favourite figures in the collection, definitely.
That's going in my master
Um,
collection.
And of course, the goatee started by Roger
Yeah.
Delgado.
Yeah.
In Doctor Who wise, not in real life.
It'd be great if he did.
But yeah, the fact that that was carried on as a thing, and even I think Sacha Darwin mentions it at one point, doesn't he? The goatee.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And John Sims
I'm a
eventually
fan.
gets the goatee.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like the a signature feature to
Yeah.
the master.
And that was if it wasn't for Roger, we wouldn't have that trademark
It
menacing goatee.
It gives this kind of I don't know, almost like a Dracula appearance. You know.
Yeah, dark,
Yeah.
menacing.
It's
Yeah,
lovely.
excellent,
The skin tone on him as well is amazing.
good stuff.
Like, it looks so good, and he's pretty tall.
And that's the master I dressed up as
He is.
at Halloween a few years back.
He's literally in height wise, I'd say.
Yeah, they're a match. They're a good match.
In their life wise, a few inches smaller,
Yeah,
but in general, fantastic. I can remember seeing these two once. In an old episode when he had a great sword fight, swashbuckling sword fight,
yeah,
and it was that point. Other than this doctor doing his martial arts, which is called,
Venusian Aikido.
that's the one. I'm glad you said it. To see the doctor use a sword, a swashbuckling sword, for example, was just amazing to see. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
Like seeing the doctor in action
Yeah,
was
yeah,
great.
yeah.
It's
I mean,
usually-
there's lots of talk about the Doctor being a pacifist and never being violent, but of course, in reality, you watch the show and there's plenty of occasions where he's armed and ready to do battle. In reality,
When you got to.
so when needs must,
Yeah.
when the time comes, and he needs to, he will.
So here we go.
That's great stuff.
Don't look into his eyes too long, as you'll be under
Yeah.
his power. Awesome. Let's open another. Right, we've got the big ones.
I tell you what, we'll have a break there. We're gonna have a break, and we're gonna come back to you.
He's not having a break. What are you saying?
no,
Let's
we're
go and
gonna-
play with Doctor Who figures.
Shh.
It's all right. We're in our 40s. We don't.
These need to
We
go
don't
up on my
care.
shelf.
Your shelf, my
They need to
shelf.
just come up on my shelf.
They're going on my
They're
shelf.
going on my
You don't
shelf.
need
You've got nowhere to
doubles.
put them. You've got
Yeah,
nowhere
you
to
know
put them.
where to put them. You put them in my house. That's where you put them.
They're going in my house.
Well-
this is the deal. I thought this was a deal.
Welcome back. That was part one of the interview with actor and fellow Whovian Dino Watton. We'll see more of him in the coming weeks, and it only gets more entertaining, let me tell you. And of course, if you're watching Dino, thank you very much for your time and your contribution. It is very much appreciated. Now, let's get into issue 4 of the Dalek Collect and Build subscription from Hatchet Partworks. I hope you enjoy. So, here we are. This is issue 4. As you can see, this week it looks like we'll be attaching the front of the dome and one of the eyepieces on the top of the head. Very exciting. Comes along with this little box here, and we shall open it up, lay it all out, and see if we've got all the parts. Here we are. These are all the parts laid out for this week's issue. As we can see, all the screws nicely labelled up in their individual bags. So let's take a look and see what the first instructions are. First up this week, we're going to pop the name badge onto the front of the dome piece. Dome piece here, nice shiny metal. Nice to see another metal piece come in. The name badge just here, as you can see. And we've got two little pegs on the other side there. And if you see on the front, the two holes are slightly different sizes so that we know we're getting the name badge the right way up. And it just slots straight into the holes. Step 2, we're going to bring in the dome from the previous weeks. And as you can see on the front of the dome, we've got 6 very suspicious looking slots onto which we are going to push the metal frontage. That should just slot very nicely, like so. And if we turn it over, as you can see, as usual, we've got some screw holes to pop some very tiny screws into, and I will come back to you once I have done that to hold it into place. And voila, all screwed into place. Turn that over and show you all the screws nicely tied in. All the parts nicely tight up to the front, and we move on to the next part. Put that to one side, and next up we will bring in the parts for the energy dispenser, or the ear as some people might know it. We're going to take this little ball and just pop it on top of the light bulb, nice and snug, like so. Put that to one side for a moment. If we take a look on the bottom of these two parts here, we've got various holes and various pegs, nicely labelled and sized, so they should slot together very nicely, like so. We're going to take this bulb here and once again just line up those holes and slot the part over like so. Before we go any further, we're just going to bring in the testing kit from an issue or two ago, and we're going to plug this bit here into this slot here, just on the side, like so. And if we switch on the unit, we can see one blinking earpiece. Excellent. To say in the magazine, it should be a lot brighter once the model is complete. So now we know that works, we can just flip the unit over, and as you can see, we've got 2 more screws to pop into place to hold the unit all together. So once that's all screwed into place, we can bring back the dome, and as you can see, we've got a hole in the side there. I know this is the left earpiece or energy dispenser, so we can just simply feed the cable through the hole and try and line up these pegs with the corresponding there. Should sit like so, and you can see there's not much give in that. And once again, some tiny screws to pop into the holes accordingly. And we'll come back to the next stage after I've done that. And voila! Just to let you know, this issue also came with a very handy Allen key for putting in such tiny screws. Thank you, Hatchet Partworks, very much appreciated. Next up, we're going to bring in the eye stalk from the previous issues that we know is in good working order. And very simply, we're going to flip this over so you can see the slot in the front of the head. We're going to feed the cable from the eye stalk through the slot there and bring in the eye stalk itself, like so. Again, you can see on the side we've got 2 holes that will correspond accordingly with the next pieces. Once we've got the eye stalk in place, we're going to take this piece here, this tiny black piece. I'm going to feed the cable through it and take it all the way down and pop it around the base of the eye stalk like so. Then we're going to bring in this piece here, the outer workings of the cog mechanism for the eye, and just going to line up the holes on the eye stalk with the 2 slots there, and of course the 2 screw holes should line up nicely like so. Once those are in place, we are of course going to screw them together, and I will come back to you in a second. And there we go. As if by magic, we've got our first 2 screws just holding this piece here into place. And we're going to feed this wire through the little slot on the side so that we know we're not going to get trapped. And we're going to bring in this final plastic piece here for the cog mechanism. Again, self-explanatory. The notches lining up with the holes, of course, flipped over, making sure we don't trap the wire. Pop that into place and screw in like so. Ta-da! There we go, all screwed into place. And then very simply we're going to take the whole cog mechanism and slot it into these grooves so that it's nice and snug in the side there. And there we have it. That is issue 4 complete. So there we go, issue 4. And as we can see, it's really starting to take shape now and look more and more Dalek-like. I can't wait for issue 5 next week. And on that note, I'd like to thank you all again for all your support and for joining me this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Next week, we've got a bit more of the interview and a bit more unboxing with Dino Watton. And of course, we will be continuing with issue 5 of the Dalek build. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.